right, how we doing, great people? Coach Tion Singletary is here, and I am so excited that you are able to join us on this TSLE WLI. And if you don't know what I stand for, then guess what? You better stand by Tion Singletary Leadership Empowerment, weekly live inspiration. Are you ready to be empowered? Are you ready to be inspired? Are you ready to allow your greatness to shine here on today? I am the motivator of excellence. So you better go tell somebody you're going to have a great time here on today. I have a great guest speaker that's going to be speaking to you, speaking life into you to empower you from their life story and journey in this place we call life. And I just know that you are going to receive something that you can use to change your life. So if you haven't yet, make sure you like, love, care, share this video right now on your social media pages, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, whatever you're on. I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on all that jazz, but share it anyway. I don't care. Share it. Share it with everyone you know, because I just feel that you are going to receive something that you need, some type of ingredients that you can start putting in your pot and cook up and create your masterpiece meal for your life. So just get ready, like it, love it, care it, share it right now. And we are going to get into the story of Joe Kolar. Just to give you a quick introduction of who he is, just very quick on what he does and who he is. He is an awareness coach, mindset mentor, and an inspirational speaker. Many years ago, he found himself broke and completely lost in life and was undergoing a divorce, bankruptcy, while having a baby girl to take care of. But the universe, you know how the universe is, it shows you a light in the darkest room. And he's going to share with us some of that and more. And I know that you are going to be inspired by his story. Again, if you haven't yet, go ahead and share it. Share this podcast with somebody that need a word of encouragement in their life. So are we ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to be shined up? Come on, Joe, come on up to the stage and let's talk about your life experience. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, Tion, thank you very much for kind introduction. I'm really pleased to be on your show. Thank you for the invite.
No problem, my friend. I'm just excited that you accept the call. I know that you are a busy man. You do a lot of stuff, and that may be something that we're probably going to talk a little bit more about as well as we go into this episode. But I know that you have some words of inspiration that you want to share with the reviewers and the listeners of this podcast. So I'm going to give you some time to be able to share your thoughts, and then we will come back in and have a conversation on what you share with us for today. That's cool?
Sure. I have a question for you. Have you ever had anything that bring you to the point that you weren't sure if you could get out of bed in the morning? Somehow, it's not one thing, but it's everything. It's everything you went through all the years before. And to find out that the things are never going to stop coming at you. That finally brings you to the point that you say, you know what? I'm not sure I want to get out of the bed in the morning if all I got is another fight. Maybe you have doubt in your life. Maybe you don't know for sure what's going to happen in the future. And it scares you. And I get it. I've been there. Just that fear paralyzes you. And just want to ask you today, do you think you have a hope? Do you really have hope? You can't stop life from happening, but you can do something about it. You see, as many of our teachers say, life is 10% of what happens to you, and it's 90% of what you do about it. That's why I strongly believe that mindset and emotional intelligence are the two most important ingredients in your life. But you got to stop tripping every time something happens to you like it's the end of the world. It's not. It's not. You're still here. You woke up this morning, you still have a chance to change it. It's not the end of the world until you have given up. Either you lie to yourself and get bitter and blame everybody for your own weaknesses, or you stand up straight, lift your chin high. That's called exercise. Remember that life is, as I heard the other day, a gym membership with a really complicated cancellation policy. But remember this, you will survive. Things will get better. We are never given anything by the universe, God, source, whoever you believe, that we can't handle. When the world crumbles around you, you have to look at the wreckage and to build a new out of all the pieces that are still left here. Remember, you're still here. You're hearing me, seeing me talk. You can still change whatever is going on in your life. Human heart beats approximately 4,000 times per hour, and each pulse is a trophy engraved with words that you're still alive. Act like it. Stop blaming your surroundings. Stop blaming your circumstances. Stop blaming people around you. If you don't have something in front of you, which I firmly believe that we should have a goal that we strive for, that is pulling us out of our bed each morning, you will stop fighting. You will stop dreaming. You will stop reaching because you have nowhere to go. If you'll sit in a car and you are going on a new journey and you don't type into your GPS system the destination where you're going, all you know is you're going west, eventually you'll end up back in the same place where you started because you don't have exact point where you're going. Life don't give you what you want, even we wish that it does. It doesn't. Life will give you what you will accept. If you will accept failure, hardship, disappointment, that's exactly what life is going to give it to you. But if you want to win, you got to show up and demand for yourself success, fulfillment, and happiness. In spite of all those feelings every day, of just giving up, of just quitting, in spite of all that it's going to be, your ability, somehow you have to muster up, you have to get the courage to flush that out. To reach down deep and find something inside of you that will allow you to go for it one more time. Adversity defines true character. I am a firm believer in that because you, me, Tian, your friends, your family, every single one of us will experience hardships in our life, but every single person responds to it differently, according to their mindset, to their arsenal of knowledge and experiences, the tools that they can use. The choice is yours. Are you going to react in a situation? Are you going to respond? All it takes is one simple breath, pause for 2 seconds, and make that quick decision to choose between reacting and responding. I know you know this, but all of us have the same ending. We're all going to die. So if you know that you are going to die, why are you playing safe? I would say it instead of playing safe. I'm going to build something. I actually am. I'm going to make something happen that I'm not going to leave this planet without anything leaving behind as a mark that I was here. I have recently experienced emotional time. I won't say it's story because it took more than just one day, where I was being intentionally brought down emotionally and blamed for something that the person didn't realize is his inability to cope with emotions, because it's way easier to blame other people for something. But no matter how hard the situation is, I believe in the universe, you may believe in God. Ultimately, it's the same thing. The universe will show you and bring you the sign that you are on the right track with little messages that if you'll get it, you're able to continue to pursue your journey no matter how hard it is. I've been sent few people into my life within the last 2 weeks, which gave me certainty 1000% that I'm still sane. I still go after my dream because they were those who needed me. And that's how I have received message from my understanding. You are at the right place at the right time. With a little tiny knowledge that I have shared with a few of those people, I have seen instant change in their physiology, in their smile, in their energy. Their environment have started noticing the difference and telling them back that they're different. What happened? These little things are the signs that you are on your journey. So my question for you is, are you going to react again when something happens that you are not prepared for? Or are you willing to start working on your skills, developing your mindset, developing your emotional intelligence? If you are, I'm here to help you. If you're willing to ask for help, because help is just not going to fall down from heaven and say, hey, Carl, hey, Daisy, I see that you're struggling. No, you have to ask for help. And then you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to change your life. Why? We operate on paradigms, whether you know it or not. Paradigm is set of multiples of habits and beliefs that we have collected alongside during our life since the early childhood. First paradigms were formed and created by our parents. They have raised us to their best ability and knowledge they knew and they had. Then the second part were kindergarten, school, your friends, your environment. All of those are what you chose to be. If you are not happy with the results that you see around yourself with your life now in present, you have free will, ability, opportunities to change it. If you want to change the results you have in your life, you have to start inputting and implementing new ideas into your life daily. I see my friend Tian nodding his head, agreeing with me. You want to join me in elaborating more on creating new habits?
Yes, I mean, I'm sitting back, I'm taking notes myself. I'm like, okay, I see you, JoJo.
I know I was supposed to go for 10 minutes only, but you know, once something you love and you do out of your heart hits you, there's no time zone, there's no time limit, because you're doing it because of who you are. You can't protect this.
Exactly. And I just thank you for sharing your story and being authentic with what you have done, and also giving us some steps that we can take in order to change our life or change our mindsets. And the first question that I have that I want you to dig a little bit more into, if you would, and that is, what hope means to you, or what do you think hope means to other people when I know I say it all the time, you gotta have hope. But what does that really mean?
I like word hope, but I love the word faith. You have to have a relentlessly strong mind to believe that you can learn from experiences of other people. You can learn from examples that they give it to you, or you'll find them in the books or on the internet. But firmly, you have to believe 1000% in you. No one else is living your life but you. No one else is with you 100% of the time, only you. So if you have a good heart, if you respect free will of other people, and if your intentions are positive or kind, do focus on you. Yes, ask for advice, but focus on what feels right here for you. You're the only person that will go with yourself into bed every single evening, closing your eyes. And with that sight, ask yourself, have I done everything today that I'm proud of? If not, you can change it the next day. But if yes, that's the biggest satisfaction you can get. Stop searching for external satisfaction, for someone to tap you on the back. Yeah, you're great. You did the good job. That means nothing, because that's perception of other people, not your own. Don't get driven by other people's opinion. Yours is the most important. So again, I let myself loose. Hope and faith goes hand in hand together. As many people believe in God and they hope and have faith in God, I do believe in the universe and in myself, because as we are children of God, we are all part of the universe. So children of the universe. There's no parent on this earth that brought children to this world with the intention of hurting them or wanting something bad for them. So neither universe or God want anything wrong or bad for us. It's us and our mindset and our actions that are causing the results we are getting. If we want different results, we need to start implementing different actions. How? Changing our mindset.
Man, oh my God, I love it, because I literally just talked about this on the first episode an hour ago. I literally just talked about the same thing, about mindset and changing the way how you think about things and the way how you go about things, and having that hope and faith in mind and taking baby steps moving forward. When on my first deployment in 2012, and I came back to civilization again in 2013, my word for a very long period of time was hope, because I had none for a while, because I was all in disarray with being deployed overseas, away from home, first time ever, for like 9 to 12 months. And like, I was a totally different person when I came back. My attitude was different. I was snappy at the mouth. Like, easy things that ticked me off, and I needed hope. And for a while, I had that as my word on my vision board that I created in 2013. When I first started my self-development process. My self-development actually started in 2012. And it's been 10 years now that I've been on this journey of self-development. And hope was one of my main words that I always use. And like you said, hope and faith comes together. And what you got to do is you got to have something that's bigger than you.
Yeah.
You got to believe in a higher power. When you believe in a higher power, whatever that higher power may be for you, it gives you a sense of relief of, oh, everything is on my shoulder, because it's not. All right. You can control the things that you can control, and the things that you cannot, why worry about it? Only focus on, like Joe just said, you is self-care and self-love. What can you do to make your situation better? What are the things that you need to change, and start playing the blame game? And I got a question about the blame game, playing the blame game. A lot of us like to play the blame game. We like to point the fingers at people. So what are your thoughts about playing the blame game, and why should we not do that?
I was guilty of the same thing too, because just while you were talking about your first deployment, I switched back to my year 2012, then 13, 14. That was one of the hardest times of my life. And I can compare me from 2014 with me in 2023, we already are. The difference is your environment is what is affecting you the most. As you said that you've been deployed for 9 to 12 months, it takes really, really strong mindsets to keep you sane if you are surrounded by really hard and different environment than what you're used to.
Yeah.
This is why it's important emotional intelligence, mindset, and constant daily feeding of your mind with positive thoughts. I don't care if it's videos, books, audio, talking to someone on the same frequency of your thinking, just to remain sane. I'll use this word again, sane, because negativity is everywhere. You don't have to look for it.
It is.
It is popping at you from news. I don't watch TV. I don't watch news. I don't care about news. If I turn on a TV, it's some series that I like that will trigger my brain to think, to combine, to find some solutions. So I'm carefully picking and choosing what I'm watching and what I'm listening. I believe that people should start watching closely what they're consuming. It has the same principles as you may have, just for an illustration, two type of person. It doesn't matter what gender it is. One will feed 100% on fast food. Another one will feed on fruits and vegetables and so-called healthy food. We'll see in 2, 5, 10 years' time, their mental health, the health of their body, the way they think, the way they look, the way they move. That have answered in very short time that we have the difference.
You're right. And that's a good comparison, because you are what you eat, right? And so your body is a machine. And what you feed the machine is how well it will operate, right?
Yeah.
So if you feed it a bunch of junk food, then you will give up junk fuel, right? When I say fuel, I mean junk energy. You won't have as much energy that you really want because of what you are feeding yourself. I also want to go talk about what you share about what you allow in your space. Your inner gates is very important. Your ears and your eyes is very important. So you got to be careful on what you look at and see, and then you got to be careful on what you listen to as well. Are you listening to more positivity things, or are you listening to more negativity things? Like, which one is it? Because that's going to determine your mindset. That's going to determine your heart. That's going to determine how you carry yourself as your character and your core values. So those things are very, very important. So when things get hard, and like you said, it will. Life is not easy. Life is a continuous.
No one is immune. No one is immune. Every single one of us will experience hardship.
Exactly. So how do you, or can you share with us a time or some steps on how you can pivot from a hard time and move through those hardships?
Yes, and I will repeat myself if that's okay, because in 2014, when I had no literal idea of how I want my life to look in the future, because I was focusing on who did me wrong, why did she do that, why did he do that, I discovered Les Brown. You know, I've been on his Power Voice podcast, Power Voice 6, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
In year 2014, I swore to myself and to him that I will give back to people what saved my life, because there was literally at that time, it was a point, fight or flight. I was picking a branch on a tree, right? When I discovered Les Brown. Some years later, due to my stubbornness in achieving my dream and goal, I got into his Power Voice course in how to do motivational and inspirational speaking. 7 years ago, or 8, or how many it is now, I wouldn't be able to talk for a minute like now. See, I can't shut up now because that's just who I am. I was looking for someone who went through the hardship as me and to see who to follow. Where are the possibilities? Possibilities are endless. There is no rooftop. As he's saying, Les Brown, shoot for the moon. If you miss, you will land among the stars. Another one that got me recently from hardships, because although I am a mindset mentor and coach, I'm still only human in this lifetime, in this body. I need encouragement as well, is Pastor T.D. Jakes. When I saw an interview a couple of days back that he was mentioning how he almost quit when he was 29 because some preacher told him that he lost something that he will never be able to regain. And then he was approached by one woman that told him words, "It's because of us. It's because of us." The very similar thing happened to me within the last 7 days, last 14 days, with those people that I mentioned at the beginning of this talk, where I got ensured, encouraged, hope, and faith all in one pill, that the journey that I have decided to go on is the one that I should still stick in with, believe in, and continue what I do. Because why? 95% of people see only the end result. They see only the shirt you wear. They see only the car you drive. They see you only when you are on top stages in the world where millions of people can see you. But the most work is done in 99.9% of the time when no one sees you, when you are by yourself, when you're crying into your pillow, when you're hitting that gym through the pain, when you're doing a job that you don't like, but you have to do it just to survive. Mm-hmm. But I want you to know there are 4 seasons in life. They all go exactly as they're supposed to. There will never be winter following winter. They will always change. So whatever hardship you're going through now, it is preparing you for what you asked for. And what seeds are you putting into ground here and here? That's what you're going to reap when your divine time will come, and it will come.
You know, John Maxwell say, he shared a story that a guy came up to him after he gave a speech and said, "Hey, I want to do what you do." John Maxwell look at him, look at me in the eye and say, "Okay, you want to do what I do, huh? So are you willing to do what I did in order to do what I do?"
Yes.
The guy was like, "Huh? I don't understand. Are you willing to do what I did in order to do what I do? All the hard work, the pain and suffering, the preparation, the things that he had to go through in order to be where he's at." Like some of us, we don't want to do the did. We just want to do the do. And if you don't do the did, you can become big do. Yeah. Right? So you gotta do the did first in order to do the do. And that is very important. And so that's why things in our life comes our way in order to shape us into the being we must be for what the universe, what God has in store for us in the future. So just see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. I mean, it may be hard, you may be crying your tears off, but if you just understand that there is a lesson within the trauma, and you find the lesson, the gem in the rubbish, you will be able to get through that issue a lot quicker, a lot faster. It's like peaks and valleys, right? We all have peaks and we all have valleys. The question is, are you willing to go through the valley and find the things that you need to learn and find in order to start moving your steps forward up the peak?
Absolutely.
Things that you got to figure out, right?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you share that. And again, I thank you for being truly authentic and sharing with us your stories and allowing us to be able to get to know you more as well. So last question for the day, and not really question, but I guess two things. First, the question is, mindset is a choice. Can you speak into that a little bit more on why the mindset of the person is so important?
Of course. I was used to, as a child, watching TV. The stations that you have and what is going in a TV, it's called program. Why is it called program? Because it's programming your mind. This is what I learned from my mentor, Bob Proctor, who I coach for. This is what I learned from Les. This is what I learned from Bishop T.D. Jakes and another amazing people that I have studied and trained with over the last years. Because your mindset is driving your thinking, your thoughts, your movements in life. It's allowing you to deal with situations. Albert Einstein is saying it's a definition of insanity, doing same thing over and over again and expecting different result. So as your car is driven by an engine that needs either diesel or petrol fuel, your mind is your brain is your electron switching station that needs the use of higher mental faculties that we have. That's what differentiate us from animals, right? Because we all have 5 senses, but very few people know we have higher mental faculties that are able, once you learn to use them, switch your life 180 degrees in very short period of time and steer towards your dream destination that you have set for. Now, the question is, have you set the destination where you're going? Because 95% of people don't think. Mental activity, thinking about who did what, who said what, where this, where that, that's not thinking. That's just the garbage going from one side of your mind to the other. But deliberate, focused, intentional using of your mind it will get you to your destination. Same as if you decide to build a house, you don't start with a roof. You start with foundation. So mindset tools are your foundation in every single day of your life to get where you want to go. Mindset is bulletproof, very important, alongside with emotional intelligence, to achieve what 95% people don't have. Because what they have is slavery. You wake up in the morning, you go to work that you hate, you talk to people that you hate, you come back to your house or apartment, there you have angry people not talking to you because you don't know how to talk to them, because you don't use your mind, you're just barking and reacting, and then you are surprised, why is she rude to me? Why is he rude to me? Well, check your mindset, baby.
Oh man, this is some good stuff. Oh God. Oh, so if the people connected with your story and want to reach out to you, what is the best way that they can be able to reach out to you?
As people can see, my name, joekolar.com/welcome, or Facebook, Instagram. I'm everywhere by the same name. So it's very easy and accessible to find me. And I believe that where is a will, there is a way. So if you want to find someone, you will.
Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Well, again, thank you, Joe, for being on the podcast. We have come to the end of the show. Everyone, we just appreciate you being here. We thank you for loving, and caring and sharing this podcast with your family members and friends. Again, we just want you to be great in you and be great in the things that you have been empowered and inspired to be, do, and have in life. Continue to move forward. And guess what? You are starting off right by empowering your mindset to grow yourself to the next level. So we love you. God bless you. Until next time, be great in you.